27th or something. It's on that green sheet. So if you plan to use your October test score and you will have a November 1 deadline, my advice is to have that score sent directly to the college, which means you don't get to see it first. When you sign up to take the test, you can send scores to 4 colleges. If you plan to use that October 27th one, the first test in November is going to be too late for any early plans. So if you need the first test in November, you can't use that for early. It's going to be too late. Some colleges are hard and fast. Everything must be in our office by November 1. Other colleges say we have to have your application by November 1. We'll accept other materials in November. They don't read any of this early stuff until December, just so you know. They spend November collecting all of this data. But some of them, if it's not there on November 1, they won't. They'll just push you to the regular pool.
The order in which they get things doesn't matter, right? So they can get my test scores, right, and then an application,
yep,
and then okay.
So the first thing they get from you, whether it's test scores or application, they'll start a file. Make sure your name is the same on everything. You guys have lots of names floating around out there. Whatever is on your transcript, needs to be on your testing. It all has to match. We have kids all the time, materials end up in 2 different folders because they're using 2 different names. Make sure you have your same name on everything.
More of a specific case. So if we're taking the SAT tomorrow,
yep,
let's say, do we have to send them in directly, or can
yep,
we wait to see those scores?
You can wait.
Okay, good.
Do supplemental letters of recommendation go on here, or how do those work? Like ones from
this is only for things that's sent by the school.
Okay. So do we get
now there's a place, I don't know what it is. There's a place on the Common App to add people outside the school to send letters. If you, I think it's in, you see here on the right, recommenders and FERPA, you can add people, a coach, you can add a community service person, you can add someone you work for as a part-time job, you can add them all over here under recommenders and FERPA. Otherwise, it's just, this is just for in-house. Yeah. Any questions about this?
So with the recommenders and FERPA, that's only for specific colleges, and so the Common App will, like, if a specific college that you're applying to wants that, the Common App will show that to you?
The FERPA has to be created for every college you apply to. You should have, it's the Federal Education Right to Privacy Act. So you have to have a green check here next to FERPA, and the FERPA release authorization, you have to work through that. I have a whole handout on that. If you need it, I'll send it to you, because it's a little confusing. The recommenders, you're only going to add a recommender, because we're a Navient school, all these are taken care of for you. So you only have to add an additional teacher recommender if you're using someone outside of here. And that's where you choose other recommenders.
You have a check here that says, like, for example, at colleges, you're thinking about your Navient account.
Yep.
If you link your Common App account to your Navient account, do you need to do that?
You have to link your Common App account with your Navient's account, yes. When you do that, and Navient has made a lot of changes this year, when you do that, it may populate your colleges on Navient's. You have 2 lists in Navient's. One, colleges I'm thinking about, one, colleges I'm applying to. So one of your first assignments is to get your long list into colleges I'm thinking about, and then one by one, as you apply, you can move those over. Like here's colleges I'm thinking about. Say you're ready to apply to Adrian, you put a check there and say move to application list, and now I am applying, I've sent my application or whether you have or not. Which application deadline do you prefer? Add and add transcript request. And you're requesting an initial transcript. And request and finish. And now Adrian is moved to colleges I'm applying to, which is a whole different list. So first of all, get the ones you're thinking about into your prospective colleges, and then as you apply, don't move anything to colleges I'm applying to until you apply. Or if Common App has already moved them, don't take them off, it's okay. But yeah, you have to link the two. So you have to link your Common App account with your Naviance account. All right, a few words about essays?
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
So guys, I know this process is difficult and daunting, confusing, all of that. So I am here to help you with the essays, okay? I know it's probably a little bit overwhelming right now. There's a lot of information, there's a lot you have to do, and I'm sure the essays are, kind of a difficult part of this. So I am, starting next week, I'm going to make myself available probably after school because I'm teaching this intensive. And then once the intensive's over, I have 2 free periods this year, so I'm sure most of you that will align with most of you. So I'll have my room open. I will sit there and work with you. We can bounce ideas around. The essay is a process, right? So it's about brainstorming and coming up with that story that really tells who you are. So I am here to help you with that, and if nothing else, just provide a quiet space for you where you can just work on some of this stuff, okay? I can also help you with the process, figure out where you are, what you need to have done by now in order to be on the right track, okay? So I will be pushing out information on that soon, so look for that in email. Okay, any questions? Yes, sir. Yeah, I do. I will, I don't currently, but I will when I send out the email, if that makes sense. Okay? Good?
When do you need the yellow form by?
Next week.
Okay.